Hey guys, Gene here from the BSP Wrestling Show, here to bring you guys my WWE Smackdown Live review for April 11th, 2017. Night 2 of the Superstar Shakeup, and it was SmackDown Live's turn to take their picks as superstars from Monday Night Raw. So the first pick comes out, and it's the United States Champion Kevin Owens. No surprise there. Dean Ambrose went to Monday Night Raw, so it's only right that SmackDown Live gets the United States Champion in return. That seems like an even trade. So he kicked off SmackDown Live. He came out, he was shaved, he had a suit on, and everything else. He said SmackDown Live is the new Kevin Owens show. He said it might be confusing that he's the United States Champion from Canada, but he thinks the crowd should be grateful because the title's in good hands, and it's a known fact that Canada is better than the United States. It's also a known fact that Canadians make better athletes than Americans. He said if anyone has a problem with what he's saying, get in the ring and do something about it. He can beat the hell out of anyone in the back and anyone in the arena. He's there for himself and to be the new face of America. Then Baron Corbin's music hits. I got a little confused at first. It made a little sense later, but Baron Corbin came out. He says he's sure he can beat up everyone in the arena and most of the locker room, but he can't beat him up. Last week, he beat the Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose, and then he went to hide on Raw. And last night, Dean beat Kevin Owens so bad that he tucked his tail and ran to SmackDown Live. If he beat Dean and Dean beat Kevin Owens, he won't be that hard to beat as well. And Corbin says he still owed a championship match, and since he's the only one with one in the ring right now, he's going to have to beat him and take it. And Owen says he doesn't care who he beat, he doesn't deserve a shot at the title. And then Kevin Owens' worst nightmare came out. Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is also on SmackDown Live, finally. Owen says, this can't be real, you can't be here. Sami says, yes, it's very real, I'm finally on SmackDown Live. Corbin says nobody cares that Sami Zayn is here. And then AJ Styles' music hits. And he gets a huge ovation. I'll talk about AJ after I talk about the main event, because I noticed something. I noticed something very, very different about AJ Styles now. Nothing big, but it's something different. He came out, he was like, it's not the Kevin Owens show, it's SmackDown Live. It's not about the underdog from the underground, no offense to Sami Zayn, and it's not about the lone wolf, it's about him. He says this is the house that AJ Styles built, and he's still here, so it's his show. Daniel Bryan comes out and says that Owens' match with Chris Jericho at Payback stands, and whoever wins will become the newest member of SmackDown Live. We all know that's going to be Owens. It won't be defended on the blue side until after Payback. The good news is that the other three men will have a number one contenders triple threat match, and the winner will face Kevin Owens. Okay, we got our main event set up. I was excited when this match was announced, and the match did not disappoint. But we'll talk about that in a minute. It was a great way to clear up a little bit of the confusion of Kevin Owens coming over to SmackDown, since he does have that feud with Jericho. Also, it's kind of weird AJ's going after the midcard title for now, but maybe they're just trying to build his resume up a little bit. We'll see how it goes. I'll give it a chance. We'll see. First match we get is Eric Rowan versus Randy Orton. I didn't realize that Eric Rowan hadn't moved to Raw with Bray Wyatt, so I'm guessing the Wyatt family is broken up again. But at the same time, Bray Wyatt is on Raw now, and there's also somebody else on Raw who he could possibly join up with. Oh, you know, only his blood brother, Bo Dallas. Let Bo Dallas grow his beard out and let him join Bray Wyatt. That would be amazing. Maybe get a Sister Abigail character or something. I don't know who they could use, but it could work. It could definitely work. I said in my predictions that Bo Dallas would go to SmackDown, but since Bray Wyatt actually winded up coming to Raw, that's even better. They're still on the same brand. They can still do it. Bray has shown interest in working with his brother Bo Dallas, so we'll see. Hopefully they can pull the trigger on that and give Bo Dallas something meaningful to work with. Especially with Raw being 3 hours, they have time to incorporate that story into the whole show. So that'll be interesting to see. But we did get Eric Rowan and Randy Orton. Pretty much Randy won this match. But Bray popped up on the Titantron during the match and says he sees that Randy reeks of fear. He knows their paths will cross once again. But, you know, he'll see him very, very soon in the House of Horrors match at Payback. And pretty much that's all he said. Randy got out of the ring to chase Eric Rowan, but he got smacked with some steel steps and then thrown back into the ring where he got hit with a full Nelson slam. So Randy won by disqualification, and he and Bray Wyatt will also fight at Payback. I think this will be a semi-joint pay-per-view because the whole Superstar Shakeup thing kind of happened out of nowhere, so they're just going to clear that up, and then they can move on. So after that, Bray and Randy will go their separate ways. I fully expect Bray to lose now, which is unfortunate. I'll talk about it more in my full breakdown. I'm going to do a full breakdown of the Superstar Shakeup tomorrow, so I won't get too in-depth into it right now. American Alpha gets their rematch versus the Usos for the WWE Smackdown Live Tag Team Championships. I'm thinking American Alpha might need a heel turn. They're barely getting any type of reaction when they come out at all. The match wasn't bad, though. These teams have great chemistry with each other, and they always put on a fairly good match. A lot of back and forth, swinging of the momentum. Alpha was on fire because they wanted them titles back. Bodies flying left to right, suplexes and super kicks all over the place. Chad Gable hit a perfect moonsault from off the top rope and landed perfectly on top of the Uso. On the outside of the ring, they hit a double belly-to-belly suplex on both of the Usos. There was a lot of countering of the finishers at the end, but the Usos winded up catching them with a super kick and the splash from off the top rope to retain their tag team championships. And then the Shining Stars, out of nowhere, attack American Alpha after the match, just pretty much letting everybody know that they're now on SmackDown Live. That's not a tag team that SmackDown needed, but it's one that they got. Speaking of another person joining SmackDown Live, Jinder Mahal. Yep, Hard Body Mahal is on SmackDown Live, and he faced off against Mojo Rawley. And the only reason this match happened is because what happened at WrestleMania in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. They were also in Boston, so you know Gronk was there, so that played into the story perfectly. As Gronk pretty much returned the favor to Jinder Mahal by throwing a drink into his face, and Mojo hit that running corner forearm that he does, that it connected perfectly. I'll give him that. That damn forearm definitely connected, and he beat Jinder Mahal. After this, we get Shane McMahon. He comes out to address the state of the SmackDown Live Women's Division. He thanked every former SmackDown Live superstar that went to Raw in the Superstar Shakeup, and then he brought out the whole women's division. He said, of course, SmackDown is the land of opportunity. And then Shane, with the troll of the year, pretty much built up that he was going to bring out Charlotte. He was like, her father's one of the greatest of all time, and she is a second generation superstar, and everybody was like, woo, it's Charlotte, yeah. No, it was Tamina. Tamina's back. She's on SmackDown Live. Everybody was just so confused, and I just had a feeling he was going to troll, and Shane went with the troll route. So Tamina is now added to the women's division, so that made it 5. Naomi, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Carmella, and now Tamina. Nikki Bella, I guess, will come back eventually. And then as Shane's leaving, he's like, oh, you thought I was going to say somebody else? Well, perhaps I am. And then that's when he brings out Charlotte. Charlotte, the 4-time women's champion, 1-time Divas champion, is now on SmackDown Live. I completely agree with that. And Sasha Banks is not, as everybody was saying, she was probably going to SmackDown Live. She is not on SmackDown Live, and I think that's for the best. She needs to be away from Charlotte. Maybe when they can come together, around Survivor Series, and they can fight then, and it'll feel special then. But for now, they don't need to be near each other at all. They don't need any type of interaction. So Charlotte is now on SmackDown Live. This helps out their women's division, considering they lost Alexa Bliss. If they hadn't gained Charlotte, it wouldn't have been good for SmackDown Live. So after that, they pretty much went to commercial after that. Also, what happened? I think Lana is going to be a part of this women's division as well. They showed a little vignette of her dancing or whatever, and she's going to be joining the SmackDown Live women's division. Also, Rusev will be coming to SmackDown Live when he comes back from injury. That's great. That'll be a great addition to SmackDown. Hopefully he comes back better than ever and can continue his dominance as only Ruru can. And I think Sin Cara. No. Yeah, Sin Cara's coming over. That one kind of was a head scratcher. I'm just like, why would we send Sin Cara to SmackDown when the Cruiserweights are on Raw and you just moved Kalisto there? Maybe you could have brought back the Lucha Dragons because neither one of them are doing anything at the moment. But now Sin Cara's going to be on SmackDown to be a glorified jobber once again. So, whatever. After this, we get Aiden English versus Ty Dillinger. Of course, easy win for Ty Dillinger. No doubts about that. Aiden English, unfortunately, got the short end of the stick when his partner asked for his release, Simon Gotch. And now he's solo dolo. I don't expect them to push Aiden English any more than they already were. So that sucks for him, unfortunately, because I think he's very talented. I thought the Vaudevillains were very talented, but WWE decided to not use them on the main roster for some weird reason. So he's going to just be doing things that Kurt Hawkins is doing, jobbing. After this, Dolph Ziggler comes out, says he's staying on SmackDown Live. It's the house that he built. You're going to get a lot of shiny new toys, and then week after week they'll be less exciting, and then it'll just become sad. And you'll be left with him doing what he does better than anyone in the business. And before he can finish his promo, we are graced with the presence of the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura. He comes out. Dolph's like, I don't know you. Who the hell do you think you are? And Shinsuke grabbed the mic. He says, you want to know who I am? I'm Shinsuke Nakamura. That's who I am. Dolph went for a super kick. Nakamura blocked him and pushed him back and pretty much told him to come on. Dolph took a powder out of the ring, getting the heel heats, and that was pretty much all. I don't know if they're going to fight. I don't know who Shinsuke is going to fight. First he went after Miz, and now he's going after Ziggler. We'll see what they do with him. He's going to be a world champion before the year is up. Mark my words, because Shinsuke is money. Also, his mic skills have gotten a little bit better as well. His English has gotten better. I can understand fluently what he was saying. The only reason it probably sounded a little muffled is because he had a damn mouthpiece in his mouth. But he sounded fluent to me. I could completely understood what he was saying, and that's fine. I'm glad he's improved his English. I know when he first came over, he wasn't the best English talker. So he's definitely gotten better. And he said exactly what he needed to say. He doesn't need to do long promos. He just needs to kick ass. And I'm sure that's what he'll do on SmackDown Live. I don't know if I said it already, but SmackDown also gets another tag team, which is the New Day. At first I'm just like, okay, they're not getting Enzo and Cass. They just got the Shining Stars. That doesn't really help their tag team division. They lost Heath Slater and Rhino to Raw. I don't know if they lost another tag team. American Alpha, who knows what they're going to do. The Usos are just the best thing going right now. So, we'll see what happens. The New Day is coming. They're probably going to hold off a little bit until Kofi comes back, or, maybe they'll have him on there next week. But Kofi having his ankle surgery, he'll be back in like 6 to 8 weeks. So, who knows what they're going to do with the New Day till then. But they'll bring some more excitement to SmackDown Live and to their tag team division, even though I feel like they needed to buff up their tag team division a lot more. And the next tag team, whoever it is that comes up from NXT, needs to go to SmackDown. They definitely need to go to SmackDown because SmackDown needs it. This show seemed to breeze by because I believe we're at the main event now. If I haven't missed anything, we are at the main event, which is the triple threat match, the number one contenders match for the United States Championship. Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin versus AJ Styles. This main event was freaking phenomenal. Pun intended. Zayn and Styles tried to work together against Corbin because he's instantly the biggest threat in any type of situation like this. It was hard though because Corbin ain't nobody to play around with, and he's very dominant in the ring. So it's hard to even double team him to take him down because he's just that good of a presence. Once they finally got him out the ring, they were able to go one-on-one with each other, which led to great exchanges by them. Once again, Sami Zayn's very underrated. AJ's phenomenal, of course. Everybody knows that. But yeah, then Corbin got back incorporated in the match, started taking back over a little bit. Sami tried hitting Corbin with a haluva kick, but caught a nishiguri by AJ Styles, and then Corbin clotheslined the hell out of him for his troubles. Just like I said, it was just great exchanges this whole match. They were all just kicking each other's ass, and it was just a great main event, a great triple threat. Styles prevented Corbin from, you know, when Corbin goes and he ducks, runs outside the ring, and then runs back inside. Yeah, as he was going to run back inside, AJ caught him with a kick from the apron and prevented him from getting in the ring. So then after that, he and Sami Zayn went at it for a little bit, and Sami Zayn hit him with a Blue Thunder Bomb. They went for a superplex from off the top rope, and by then Corbin got back into the ring. He grabbed Sami kind of like an electric chair and held him up. And AJ went for this super phenomenal forearm, but he missed because Sami Zayn just rolled up Corbin for a pin, but only got a 2 count. If AJ would have hit that phenomenal forearm, that would have been crazy. That would have been an incredible, phenomenal forearm. It would have been phenomenal. But yeah, Sami only got the 2 count off that roll up. Corbin hit the deep 6 on Sami Zayn, only got a 2 count there. Like I said, this main event was just incredible. The crowd was fully invested in it. They were going crazy for it. It was kind of hard to keep up with the action. Like at one point, Corbin went to go clothesline both of them. They countered that. I think Zayn like booted both of them in the face, and then AJ retaliated with like a Pele kick. It was all over the place. This match was just freaking outrageous. They were great. Sami countered the Styles Clash that AJ tried to hit. He hit a haluva kick on Corbin, who was on the ring apron. And then when he came back, he caught a phenomenal forearm from AJ Styles. And AJ Styles picks up the win and is the new #1 contender for the United States Championship. So that'll be an interesting matchup between him and Owens, because like I said, I now realizing Jericho's going away, you know, on tour with Fozzy, it'd be no point to put the title on him. So of course Owens is going to win that match at Payback, which I'll talk about that in my breakdown. I have a problem with that, with how they did things, how this whole Superstar Shakeup turned out. I have a few problems with it. It was interesting to say the least. It was definitely interesting, but some things, I don't know. I kind of have some problems with a few things, but that'll be for tomorrow's video. I'll let you guys know when that'll be live, so you guys can check that out. Also, I said I was going to talk about AJ for a minute. AJ Styles is no longer heel. He's not. They teased it last week with him and Shane after they shook hands. AJ Styles is face. He's been playing towards the crowd a little bit more. He's been throwing the too sweet at the crowd. And even after he won the match, he pointed to the crowd. Normally he just, you know, does his whole heel things. But the crowd was cheering for him. Even when he came out, you know, in the beginning of SmackDown, they were chanting for him. And he was just, you know, soaking into the chants. Usually he tells them, all right, shut up. I don't need to hear that. But no, he didn't do none of that. He's definitely, if not face, turning face very, very soon. So that's exciting. They've been wanting to cheer him for the longest. His heel run has gone as far as it can go, and now he can have, you know, different feuds and different things, especially with Kevin Owens. I'm excited to see the program that they have together. That'll be exciting to see. SmackDown was a pretty average show. I'll talk about the Superstar Shakeup tomorrow more in depth, but SmackDown got Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, New Day, Lana, Rusev, Sin Cara, Hardbody Mahal, Charlotte, and Tamina. Oh, and the Shining Stars. Who could forget the Shining Stars? Except everybody. But, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. Once again, I'll be breaking down the whole Superstar Shakeup tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. The video will be up tomorrow. Slap a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. Thank you guys for all the support as of late, all the new subscribers. I've eclipsed 225 subs, so I want to thank you guys for that. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for my Superstar Shakeup breakdown video. Peace.